I did draw the pictures, but I took them on.
All right, so if we look at number 11, what are the names of the two sides?
Oh, I know.
What are they?
You got the opposite and you got adjacent.
Adjacent. You boys chatting, are you writing this down? Yeah? Okay. Opposite and adjacent. So if we remember, we've got SOHCAHTOA. Opposite and adjacent is which trig ratio?
Tan.
Tan. TOA, it's tan. So we got tan of the angle equals opposite over adjacent. So we are solving for theta. What is in the way of theta being alone? The tan. The tan is the problem, right? How do you undo tan? Tan inverse. You do tan inverse. So if I do tan inverse to get rid of the tan on the left side, what do I have to do on the right side? Same thing, yeah, tan inverse. So my exact answer is that theta equals tan inverse of that fraction. That's my exact answer. To get my approximate answer, I need to plug this into my calculator. So what should we do first with our calculators to make sure we get the right answers? Yeah, so hit the mode button and make sure that your calculator is in degrees so that our answers are logical. If you are not in degrees, your answers are going to be real small. Like you might be like, oh, that's a 0.38 degree angle. That's a really tiny angle. And that's how you'll know you're in radians. So I'm going to type tan inverse. Do you guys remember from the video how I typed it? Second tan. Yeah, second tan. So tan inverse is second tan of 6.4 divided by 16. You could also type it in as the fraction if you want to. Fraction function would be fine. And so we're going to say theta is approximately 21.8. And since this is an angle, we're going to make sure to put our bubble on there. Bubble. Yep. 21.8 degrees. Make sure we got the bubble. All right. Let's jump down to number 16. 21.8. Yeah.
So why is it? Why the opposite and then adjacent is split? Because like adjacent was on the bottom.
It depends where the angle is. So I can't memorize it and say, oh, the opposite's always on the bottom or the adjacent's always on the bottom. The angle names or the side names are always in reference to the angle, and the opposite side is the one that doesn't touch the angle. It's opposite of the angle. So if you look at these triangles, you can see that they all look a little bit different, and that means that we can't memorize what the names are. We have to do it based on the picture of the triangle. Because I could take this same triangle, and I could like flip it over and spin it around and draw it like this, and say that's 6.4, and that's 16. And even if I draw it completely differently, this is still called the opposite side. And right now my hypotenuse is on the bottom. So the way that it's drawn does not tell you the names. The names were based off the angle you're talking about. All right, number 16. What are the names of the two sides? Opposite and hypotenuse. So which trig ratio should we use? Sine. So I've got sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. And how do I solve for theta?
You have to get rid of the sine.
Get rid of the sine by doing inverse. Yep.
Wait, how do you know which one you use?
SOHCAHTOA. So when I looked at that problem, I wrote down the names of the sides, and I saw that the two names were opposite and hypotenuse. And the one that has opposite and hypotenuse is the S, so sine.
So when we're finding angles, we do the inverse.
Yep.
And when we find the sides, we do the regular
Yep.
thing. Okay.
Yep. All right, so theta, the exact answer for theta is going to be sine inverse of 4 over 12.8. And the approximate answer, I'm going to type in my calculator.
Okay, hold on.
When you come back?
Yeah, 18.2.
So you just wanted to do it to the just go 2 over and around it?
Yeah, the instructions say to round to the nearest tenth, and the nearest tenth is 1 decimal place. So that's why I'm doing it.